All right, so pull your chairs up, boys and girls. It's story time. It's story time. I am definitely gonna miss Brooke, without question. Did I just say videotaping? I literally just said video. Oh, I'm telling my age, but that's all right, because you see. I know you see it. It is, sing it with me, the day after Halloween.
Can't wait to put up the tree. Lights warm up winter nights. Bright shining back at me.
All right, so.
To the holiday movies. Fireplace for real on TV. Gonna see it for who we are.
Really? Rap box. The day after Halloween. Good morning, y'all. I am up and out, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Day 15. I am about to run some errands and get some things done. Not a whole lot today. I thought about looking into the events that are happening, because it is hump day, so there might be something really cool for me and Asa to attend that is, you know, 'tis the season. We'll see, and I'll take you along with me. I have some news. It's time to let Blue go. I'll explain when I get home. So he said that you could drop by my place so I could get and I can give you my ID and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so the title?
Yes, because I am so sad. I am definitely going to be looking for another one. But I need to just focus on Pearl. It's just an unfortunate circumstance. Like I said, I'll explain when I get to the house. I am definitely going to miss Brooke, without question. So I am getting in the truck now. They're so kind. I'll have to ref them. Well, he said it was open. Yeah, okay. I just gave him the key. Let me safely get up in here, because that's honest. Okay. Day 14. Well, that means another car is in our future, and that ain't nothing but good, honey. I'm a little bit excited. Actually, I'm a lot of it excited now that I've had a chance to process it while waiting with this beautiful staff here at Carolina's Fertility, because I realized there are much worse things, and we have to appreciate the little joys that we have in our life. And it just reminds me, for instance, like being able to have my one child. I was so concerned about that, and I'm so thankful that I was able to have Asa. And that is the biggest blessing. If I had nothing else to celebrate today, the blessing of being healthy, my son being healthy as well. Plus, I'm a little bit high, a little bit tipsy off of 2 hot cocos. I mean, who can be upset about that? He's loading Blue now. It was a good run with Blue, though. I'm trying to think. I think I'm going to just go ahead and also just delete the new playlist. I'm going to keep them in my archives for nostalgia. But I mean, you know what? Maybe I will leave it there. But there's no restore. You know what I mean? So I may just post the last video, like double post, or just post. This will be posted, and then I'll add it to both the Vlogmas 2022 playlist and the Help Me Restore Blue playlist. But it's a wrap. It's time to just focus on Pearl, and it might even be time. Well, like I said, I'll tell you when I get home, because it's more in depth, and I don't want him to feel uncomfortable with me videotaping. Listen, did I just say videotaping? I literally just said video. Oh, I'm telling my age, but that's all right, because you see it. You see it. I know 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 you see it. Oh, goodness. Honey, the boo-boos. I actually feel good about that. I actually do feel good about that. This is what my hair do when it get wet. He said, nah, girl, we're not doing straight no more. We going back to Cass. But I'm here to say it's going to stay straight for a little bit longer. So I'm leaving it in this ponytail, because if I don't, then somehow the water will just continue to travel up my strands. So, do you feel me here? So I'll probably brush it out in a second with the brush dryer. But I am home. I am home. I am home. I actually feel really, really relieved. So basically, let me just catch you up to speed really quickly. Let me see, where should I sit? Give it a little ambiance. It might be a little grainy. Yeah, it's gonna be grainy. It's gonna be grainy. So I'll do it right here. This is better. Okay, so I'll sit it right here. And this way I can just talk directly to you. I might have to sit back a bit. Yeah. All right, so pull your chairs up, boys and girls. It's story time. It's story time. So if you have not seen my playlist, basically I purchased Blue for $1,500 now 4 years ago. So I've gotten my money worth and then some, even considering any money that I put into it. I think over the course that I had it, I put into it maybe about $3,000. So based on how my uncle taught me, you're supposed to get at least $1,000 per year out of an auction vehicle. Get a year for each $1,000 that you put into a vehicle. You see what I'm saying? So basically 4 years, $4,000. And that was pretty much spot on based on what I had invested in it and all the things. You don't really count tires and all that kind of stuff, because that's just what you would do for any car. But you count the things that really go into upgrading or upfitting the car if it needs upfit, or major engine repairs and stuff like that. So basically, Blue is now at almost 230,000 miles. When I got it, it was like 170. So I have definitely put some miles on it. I have taken it as far as Oh goodness, I've definitely gone back and forth down the road, especially when I was still in my PhD program at A&T, back and forth from Greensboro to Charlotte. We record in Winston. We have gone back and forth from Charlotte to Winston and Winston to Charlotte, back and forth, back and forth. We've traveled through South Carolina. We've gone to Kentucky. Yes, in blue. We've gone, I feel like I'm forgetting other places. I know I am. But basically, the point I'm making is that clearly from 170 to 230, that means that I put a good, and it was probably like more like 236, if not a little bit more. So I put at least 40,000 miles on it. And I feel like, no, blue was actually, I think blue was actually like 150,000 miles when I got it. Nonetheless, I've definitely put my share of miles. Normal mileage is anywhere, because that can't be right. I know that I have put more than the average miles on it per year, and 10,000 per year would be considered a really good usage of the vehicle, or minimal usage of the vehicle. So I definitely I need to look up my original. Give me a second. Okay, y'all. So y'all know I'm tripping. I can't even add. This is how tired I am. I can't add. I said I put 40,000 miles or 10,000 miles per year. Y'all, 170 plus 70 is 240. So I put 70,000 miles on blue over the course of 4 years. And one of those years, we're talking about 2020, when we were parked a lot. I did not have a lot of usage, just like most of you. Now, we did get out more than the average person, definitely. But still, I didn't do a whole bunch of driving. And at that point, I had purchased Pearl. So I was driving Pearl mainly, and Blue was not getting a lot of driving time. So yes, so basically I got my money's worth and then some, and I am still head over heels for the 2002 Land Rover Discovery Series 2. That model is my absolute favorite. Ooh, excuse me. Hold on. Goodness. That model is my absolute favorite. And I want another one. I sure do. And so I'll be looking for one. But it was just getting to a point where it was about time for Blue to take a rest. Blue is going to take some major work. And I thought that I could. The irony is that initially it wasn't even major engine work. It was just major cosmetic work. And even though I had been in the car accident and I received that little bit of chump change, I think they gave me like $3,000, it did not go far with the parts, the cosmetic parts, bumpers, lights, things that I had to go to salvage yards and find and piece and put it together. That money went very fast. And it really did not cover the cost of repairs for Blue. That young man got off very good. Excuse me, I haven't pursued it any further, even though I am entitled to do so. But if you ever see this video, young man, you got off very good. And so I hope that you are out there driving safely, and I hope that you have learned your lesson. Because, honey, anybody else? Now don't come hitting me again, because she's in a different space, and so you gonna pay. You gonna fully restore me, because I was not ever fully restored. But nonetheless, And if you go back to that video, because I decided I am going to leave up that playlist. It's not going to make any sense in one regard unless you kind of look through all of my videos. So I'm pretty sure that I will get commentary, in days and months and years to come on that video. But basically, I was I was at a light, at a stoplight. And there was one car ahead of me. It was a truck. And a young man, 18, in a really cute BMW, smaller SUV. He, it wasn't cute once after he hit blue, but he slammed into the back of me. He said, and he admitted it. He admitted it to me. He admitted it to the police officer. He was on his phone and just driving along. And he dropped his phone and he reached over and downward to get it. And took his eyes off the road and slap into the back of Blue. Now, the reason why I'm so emotionally attached to Blue is not only the make and model, for that type of, car aesthetic, if you will, or being a car enthusiast, but also because of the safety here in Charlotte. Now, if I had been hit by him and had been in any other vehicle, that would have been my back, honey. That would have been my whole back. So I was very thankful that I had Blue. And it makes me feel so much safer driving around in general, but driving around in Charlotte, where everybody's auditioning for NASCAR with my precious goods in the back, which is my son. So we will definitely be still rocking Land Rover. Ain't nothing changed around these parts. And I think I just found a mechanic that will be able to fix Pearl. Some of you are not aware, but basically Pearl, the suspension, there's a suspension issue on one of the wheels. I admittedly knew that the suspension light was on it. I got a really, really good deal. And I did have it, once over. Land Rover took a look at it and all the things and gave it, a bill of good health. But then these Charlotte unfinished streets and all the things. I've had Pearl for going on 2 years now. And so Pearl needs some fixing there. But someone told me that they think that they can fix it, no problem. And I need that in my life. She needs that in her life because I'm a great person. I'm not just a good person. I'm a great person. And we deserve that. And that's the other thing about Blue. So to get back to Blue, and then that's pretty much going to be a wrap. I think we're going to make some hot cocos. And that'll close out today's vlog. Enjoy. Please do stick around and enjoy with us making some hot cocos. We've got, look, he almost ate all the damn marshmallows. The marshmallow bandit back there. But we're going to make some fun drinks later on, so stick around. I saw some TikToks that I want to try out, so that's what we're going to do. Or one TikTok. It's going to be one. But basically, Blue had the physical damage, and so I was having the problem with finding the parts, so it wasn't especially attractive. And I had done everything in my power. I'm pretty handy. Your girl is pretty handy. And I had found some mechanics or body shops that were willing to work on certain things, but then other ones were like, nah, I'm going to have a problem getting parts, especially during the pandemic. The pandemic really made it difficult for me to get the parts that I needed for that particular model. And then it was just like, it got the stamp of old and, the scarlet letter O in vehicle terms. And every time I would pull up somewhere, it was just like, nah, no thank you. Nah, no thank you. Nah, no thank you. I did ultimately find one shop, Mike's Auto Shop, and I appreciate you. If you ever lay eyes on this video, I really, really appreciate the fact that you were willing to put the parts, install the parts and then do the the paint job and everything if I could locate the parts. But it's done. It's a wrap. Blue is gone. Blue is gone. And it had to at this point, because here I am thinking that, okay, no biggie. I'll wait into the new year. It needed a new oil pan because the oil gauge, the screw threads, that threaded area for the oil gauge cap was stripped and it had expanded. And so there was really no way that they could, you know, like fix it except for replacing it or having to weld it back and all this kind of stuff. And either way, I was going to pay an arm and a leg in labor or $1,000. It was going to be pretty much the same. $1,000 to do that, where they would weld it and get it back together, or $1,000 for the pan to be replaced altogether, which wasn't too bad. And that didn't concern me. That was not that big of a concern. But then I let a side dealer, not a side dealer, like one of the, what was it called? Express, Jiffy Lube or whatever on South Tryon, those scallywags. I let them change my oil. Ever since then, they didn't do it right. Blue has been leaking oil like nobody's business. It's for Blue. Blue is normally like spot on, just like it was a dream, absolute dream. And for the last month and a half, it's just been constant. And then there was something else that started leaking, you know, because one thing will normally cause something else to go wrong, and there you have it. So today, while I was out, now admittedly in the last 3 weeks, I would say actually in the last month and a half, around the same time, because you know there's a trilogy to the vehicles, or I said trilogy, a trinity. Like you have the Trinity in food science, where you have your what is it called? A coup d'etat. And this ain't gonna be edited out. You ready? Let's see. And actually, let me stop it so I can't be. That would be hell to edit. Okay, so. The Trinity, you know how there are colloquialisms, words with double meanings that don't have that meaning originally. So of course we know the Trinity for religion, but it's been used for food science, and it's also used for car mechanics. And I don't mean the mechanics noun, I mean like the person, I mean the mechanics of a vehicle, the functionality. Hold on one second. Right, the Holy Trinity in Cajun cuisine is onions, bell peppers, and celery. I don't know how I couldn't think of that. And then there's a word for it. Let's see if I can find it. Mirepoix. Mirepoix. That's what I was thinking of. So basically the Holy Trinity in car mechanics is your starter, alternator, and battery. You know, once one goes wrong, the other one can go wrong, or it can cause damage to the other one, or cause it to not perform or operate correctly, and blah, 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 blah. Same thing with your alternator leaking oil, and your coolant reservoir, all that stuff. And all of that evidently came to a head today. I left after running my last errand earlier today when I last spoke to you earlier when it wasn't raining. And I was not even 10 minutes down the road, and Blue kind of gave like a sputter. And I was like, what? And it was not normal at all. It was like, I'm on my last leg. It was like it was telling me like, this is it, Tigers. And then white smoke came out. And I know white smoke is not a good thing for vehicles. White smoke, black smoke coming out of the back exhaust, not good, nor is it good under the engine or under the hood. And I stopped at Walmart and I said, okay, maybe I got to do the same thing because it's been needing more of the fluids here lately. And basically, the smoke was all the things, and I put the coolant in there, walked around Walmart, doing a little window Christmas shopping, whatever. Came back out, thought, we're going to be good. I ran it, and the temperature went down. Evidently, something definitely went wrong with the radiator. Because if you drive a vehicle too far when it's overheating, then you can do like irreparable damage. I don't think the damage is irreparable, but I do think that Blue is going to need some major repairs. And at this point, I was just like, okay. So I didn't tell y'all that we also experienced. So that coupled with the fact that the heat had just gone out. The heat's been out for almost 2 months, and the weather's getting way too cold here, even for Charlotte. It's like we can't do this. The issue with the interior, remember when I took, if you saw the video that I'm talking about, I call myself preparing the ceiling, the roof of the interior to have it replaced, have that reupholstered, only to find out that I removed the damn pattern. The cardboard that's in there, that is used by upholsterers for the pattern. So you got cosmetic damage, can't find the parts that are reasonably priced and within my ability to reasonably, or conveniently pick them up. You've got the heat that just went out. You have the oil that's now leaking. You have the coolant that's not staying full and leaking. You have the ceiling that is making the fact that the heat is not working even worse, because even though the heat doesn't work in Blue, because of Blue being the machine that it is, it still generates a lot of heat. So you don't have to have the functional blower for it to actually be warm in the vehicle. However, when you don't have an upholstered roof, and you know what, look, love on me later. I'm still fine. It's going to be all right. It's wintertime. I'm not, let it go. But, so the unupholstered roof is metal. So that's definitely a conductor of cold. We know metal is a great conductor of heat, great conductor of cold. And so it's literally like this cold pressure, isn't it, Asa, that we were experiencing even amidst having the heat circulating in the car. Like it's fighting each other. And I was like, okay, this is not good. And then my head, Asa's tall too. He's not he's not young anymore, and he's getting older. So all the things. So it was time for Blue and I to part ways. Those who know and understand. I feel that Blue is in a better place. And that Blue's the parts, and I had just got tires. I guess it's been now 2 months ago. It was just time. It was time. So now I'm going to see what the deal is about the cost of parts and labor for Pearl. And if it's reasonable, then I will consider it. But this will be part of the new journey. I'm excited about it all. And now we get to find out, or you get to find out with me, which day during the 25 days of Christmas will we, the Get Her Done family, get a new Rover. And we have a tradition. Asa gets to name the vehicles. So we've had a Toyota Camry. It was a gray Toyota Camry. And Asa named it Cam Blaze. We had a black Cadillac CTS. And Asa named it Cadillac Chad. Blue was blue. And Pearl is Pearl. So let's see who we add to the Get Her Done family. I'm tired. The editing for this is going to be all over the place. So go on. But subscribe. Subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Go on, subscribe. Honey, you know I was getting my expensive ass floor mats. Yes, I did. This was all in blue. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. What were you doing with the mushroom top? Aren't those the cutest cups, y'all? I got them last year.
Epic bartender scene. You want a coffee on two? We got a coffee on two. What? We got a coffee on two.
Go ahead, you pour it in there. We'll turn on the So we admittedly do not have any chocolate, so we're not going to melt down like pure chocolate. You don't want to do that anyway.
No.
That would be way too crazy of a drink. So we've got our almond milk. We're using Silk almond milk. What kind is it? The vanilla?
Yeah, vanilla.
Unsweet? Okay. And then we're going to chocolatize it, like D'Angelo would say. Once it's warm. And then add all of our stuff. We do have some peppermints. Get the peppermints from down there.
That's in mine.
Why?
I don't know. It just feels weird.
No, that's a beautiful thing. Peppermint. It was just enough for both cups. Good old hot cocoa.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Skibbity dom, yes.
No, it is not that type of channel. All right, here. Wait. Okay. How much do you want? A lot.
Not one. That's good. That's good, honey.
This one. Y'all friend. Get a spoon. Here. They're right here.
Mix it up. Chocolate syrup mixing time.
It's supposed to be indulgent, so we added a little bit more. You're in charge of the mixing, the stirring. Are you sure you don't want any peppermints?
No.
Let me know how your household is on whipped creams and like dairy products and specific things.
Also, I got the whipped cream to finally come out.
So basically, he likes the coconut one, right? No, the oat. He likes oat. Y'all know, if you've been following, then you know I'm allergic to oats. So I like this one. I like the almond milk one too.
Wait, that one's almond milk?
No, it's not. Not that one.
What the heck?
And then you got the oat.
Yeah, this the oat.
So I'm gonna.
Should I spray it in there? Just spray it in there.
Yeah,
honey.
go to. You know what?
Oh God.
Really?
I'm just.
Okay, I feel like that's gonna come out on the floor.
It isn't.
It is. It's gonna
I've
come out on the
experimented with this
floor.
thing before.
Are you serious? It better not come out on the floor.
And this is proof that it actually works.
Okay. I bet it's delicious because you know what? I just hate all of y'all who can have. Look, I can't even talk. I hate all of y'all who can have oat milk because I had my first oat milk latte and oh my gosh, that's how I found out that I was allergic. And it's delicious. It's freaking delicious. It even looks delicious coming out the can right now. It looks thick and smooth and yummy and all the things.
And then my garnish. Very stubby marshmallow.
I'm gonna break up some peppermint.
Guess what? I don't care.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna break up some peppermint and put it in there.
Well, guess what? I don't care.
You're not even gonna cheers me, nothing. He just take it and go. He said, I ain't got time for you, lady. I ain't got time for you, lady. I ain't got time for you, lady. I made light work of this. Check my light work. You see that? I love me some peppermint, honey. If you couldn't tell how, if you couldn't tell by how hard I was sucking on that damn peppermint at the boat parade. All right. Okay. I'm not a big fan of the marshmallows. But we all like what we like. It's so cute. It's just, I love it. Because mushroom. Because pagan. Because holiday. Merry Christmas. Night night.